Before continuing to watch or know this video, please go read the description below.
Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tip-off coming up shortly from Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors will be going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate. Drama for your mom. Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far, what can they do to try and right the ship?
Hey, I am telling y'all, man, this boy is going to be a star, man. He made this song. It's so hot. Hey, DJ, man, hurry up. Come here. You got to hear this song Lil Jud drop. Oh, yeah? So fire. Do it, Jud. Do it.
All right, I got you. I'm going to hit you with just the chorus, okay? Okay. You got the beat? Yeah, I got you. Come on. Young DJ, call me Rookie of the Year. Do a spin move, might just end your whole career. I'm with Shammy, he's the legend of the game. Love me, baby, calling out my name. Hey, what is going on up in here? What is... Brent, get you and your mom out of here right now. Right, we got a game to prepare for. I want to see everybody focused here, okay? We have a game in a few. I need to see people watching film, you know? Mentally preparing themselves. Get out there and shoot around if you have to.
Yes, coach. Got you, coach.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there.
You see, that's what I like to hear, Shane. Not the coach and not make all the rules.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the end and before. Well, thank you, David. And in these early stages, Chris, of the season, how quickly do you start to get a sense of where your team stands and how good they can be, or how bad they might be?
I would say that first.
are the Heat now. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
Well, also, when you're a monster underdog, you have to play like a monster. You have to be aggressive, really physical. I didn't think they brought that level of intensity.
That's tipped. Here's Thompson. It doesn't go for him. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Heat leading by 3. Over Thompson. Johnson can't hit.
Hey, look, that's what they want. The ball is in his hands in the post. Just didn't have the touch that time.
As competitive a guy as Draymond Green is, sometimes he can get in his own way. There's no doubt about that. Not entirely his fault. But calls don't seem to fall in his favor a lot because he is so physical, and perhaps Chris, because of his reputation. We don't even need to go into his natural shooting motion.
Yeah, I mean with the leg, but with Draymond, that just comes with the territory. He presses buttons of refs and opposing players, and sometimes with the fans. I mean, yeah, he'll lose out on calls, but at the end of the day, he's a guy that everybody in the league hates, but will want on their team.
Over to the wing. Dragic with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Heat.
And you can see how big a role the 3-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks, but I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Curry kicks to Pachulia, and the layup's good off the glass. Pachulia's got his first points of the game.
I mean, you have to love the awareness of Curry's sick look to find an open team.
Curry brings the double. Thompson against Wade, and that one good. Warriors trail by 5. It's stolen by Dragic. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. He was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team. Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Greg, with Dragic in a statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
Curry passes to Ingram. And it's off from 3-point range. Miami leading by 6. It's Dragic with the foul.
absorb the contact.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Miami. Justice Winslow comes in for Dwayne Wade. They set the pick. Over in the corner, Green shoots a three. And it's Ingram missing.
His struggles this quarter continue. D's done a good job.
Dragic dishes to Whiteside. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Winslow. And Pachulia pulls it down. Golden State's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
It's Richardson on the wing. Thompson comes with the double team. Richardson with it, picked up by Thompson. And Olynyk kicks to Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 6 on the shot clock. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. And the shot goes in. Whiteside's got 11 points.
He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
Out to Thompson. There's the triple. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The ability to hit this consistently from deep. It must feel like a layup to Clay at this point.
Pass to Winslow. Olynyk with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Is there anybody with a quicker release than Thompson? I mean, if there is, I haven't seen him. That's a lightning quick trick.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Here's Olynyk. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass. It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Dragic dishes to Winslow. Olynyk the pass to Dragic. Miami needs to get a shot off. Rejected by Ingram. It's Curry outside. A shot off that time. And Miami the other way now. Outside Dragic. Pass to Whiteside. Kicks it to Winslow. Pass to Dragic. Whiteside inside. Pachulia cover. Whiteside, no good.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Here's Curry, and he banks in the layup.
Slithering inside, somehow Curry finds those seams, and he will definitely take advantage if you overplay him.
Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. He feeds it to Whiteside. Over Pachulia. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got
They
13.
didn't stop there,
They
man.
leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. From a win against the Nuggets. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
On the court for the Heat, Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Olynyk is out there with Luke Babbitt, and it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Waiters outside. Screen by Olynyk. Three-pointer. That's tipped. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
And Waiters kicks to Olynyk. Screen by Olynyk. To halt the run. Johnson can't get it to go.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively.
Let's get it.
Gotta protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed. Oh, such a powerful guy, flying to the rim. Draymond with the catch and the flush.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment.
His shot hasn't been going in, and they will probably have to look for someone else to step up and provide.
Pachulia, he's checked in for David West. The Heat trail by 15. Dragic kicks to Babbitt. To the inside, Johnson. And the officials call goaltending, so they award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Curry with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. Curry kicks to Green. They grab their own miss, and no good. Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ingram with the steal. And he drops it in from the low post. Ingram's got 9.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, now he's landed body blows.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And one thing that everyone was concerned about with the Warriors was that they had lost too much on defense when they signed Durant. Ended up not being the case at all.
Not at all. It took them a few weeks to gel, but they went right back to being a top defensive team. And when you look at Durant, his play, he was one of the best two-way players in the league that past season. And it still has defense that could win them games, even if their offense is struggling.
The Heat have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And both free throws good for Waiters. Warriors leading by 13. On the wing, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got 9 points in the quarter.
He just needs some time to warm up. After a difficult first period, he has turned on the Jets in the second quarter.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Olynyk, a screen on Durant. Baseline try, and the shot is long.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent. He just recorded his third foul of the half. Coach has to consider resting him until the third quarter.
Chris, you certainly played with some colorful characters during your career. Which players do you think are the biggest personalities now in the NBA?
Wow, I mean, when you think about the biggest personalities now, I mean, I think about a guy like Westbrook that's so soft-spoken, but his game is so loud that, you know, you have to take notice. Draymond Green, I think he's always been a guy that has never shied away from a microphone or the limelight. He's another guy that comes to mind. And so, and I think, you know, you always have to look at LeBron just because he garners so much attention, just because what he does is always going to be headline news, that he has fun with it. And so those three guys come to mind when I think about the biggest personalities in the league.
Here's Waiters, and it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Waiters got 6.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Outside for Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
And the pass to Johnson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Curry against Dragic. There's Green with the three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Now here's Waiters, defended by Ingram. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. And it's the Warriors on the break. But they get it back. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Heat. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Shoots off the screen. Not going to go that time. Great defense that time from Ingram. Down low. One-on-one fast break. Now here's Dragic. 5 points in the game. Johnson dishes to Waiters. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result. He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
14 feet away, and it's Waiters again missing.
Off target with what's what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
Now here's Ingram. Not a lot of room. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Dion Waiters. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Winslow comes in for Luke Babbitt. Josh Richardson's checked in for James Johnson. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Waiters. Here's Curry. Sweet little floater. Curry's got 9.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Dragic the pass to Whiteside. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Whiteside. 7 points for Goran Dragic.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Curry. Here's Ingram. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Wade outside. And Goran Dragic again. Dragic has got 6 here in this quarter.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Here's Curry in the corner. Iguodala with it. Off target with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Richardson kicks to Wade. From outside, off the mark. Warriors leading by 22. Green dishes to Ingram. Stolen by Winslow. And even 3-on-3 break. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Curry brings the double. Ingram with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Winslow. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Miami no good on that time either. Green. He can't get it to go. And so it's the...
Thank you, Kevin. Hey, you have gotten a lot of work done on the glass tonight. How have you been able to get going at that end?
DA, I'm grabbing boards out there because I want it more than anyone else. I don't give up a rebound to anyone. Anyone if I can get to it. Huh. I boxed out my own mom for a rebound. Actually, it's a funny story. I did that once when I was in 4th grade playing at the park, and it got me grounded for a week, but it was worth it, you know, because I got that rebound.
This explains a lot about your mom and you. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested here for the Warriors. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Bell comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Ingram in for Klay Thompson. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Whiteside. Justice Winslow comes in for Luke Babbitt. Josh Richardson's checked in for Johnson. And it's Waiters in for Dwayne Wade. Steph Curry's out there with Ingram. And there's Iguodala. Then there's Bell. And it's McGee in at the 5. That's the Warriors' 5. No good from Bell.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop steal, though.
Oh!
He wasn't playing. He
That was incredible.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Richardson for three, sinks the three-pointer. Richardson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget. His second season in the NBA, only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
Shot off the screen. Olynyk has the open look. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Well, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide-open three like that.
Curry's shot is good.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
For Miami, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Waiters for three. Steph Curry with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easiness. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
You know, something we've seen a few times that the Warriors went through last season was super teams needed time to gel. Not the same incredible start for the Warriors. They weren't able to match their 73-win season. But who cares when you bring home that chip?
Will it go? And the rejection by Ingram. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. From deep, Iguodala. And another three for Golden State.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
As the games went on, however, the Warriors looked more and more cohesive as a team. Took some bumps getting there, but it was worth the wait.
Well, we saw the same thing in Miami with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, or, you know, in Boston with KG, Pierce, and Allen, and so on. So finding your roles and figuring out who needs to do what, it's a big part of NBA basketball. Warriors were not exempt from that, even with Durant.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Waiters outside. Heat moving the ball around. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Richardson. He kicks it to Dragic. Misses the three. Golden State's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points. A chance for another one at the strike.
Like a snake charmer, Curry mesmerizes the defender who makes a terrible play.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Winslow is screen on Iguodala. Waiters for three. Hits the three-point bomb. Waiters got 9 points now in the quarter.
He is really deadly from the perimeter. Even though he didn't make one in the first quarter, you still have to keep an eye on him.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Miami's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Winslow wide open. He fires, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
Inside, McGee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. McGee's got 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Miami shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. The feed to Olynyk. Here's Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate, and that feed was phenomenal.
Curry kicks it to West. McGee, the pass to Curry. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half. Dragic dishes to Olynyk. Feeds it to Richardson. Passes it to Dragic. Olynyk inside. Curry meets him. Olynyk can't hit.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim. No, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. Outside Dragic. Dishes to Olynyk. Outside Dragic. Back to Olynyk. For 3, Richardson. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Curry passes to Ingram. Outside for Curry. Back to Ingram. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. He dishes it to Waiters. Outside Dragic. Pass to Richardson. From deep. Richardson missing again.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, way beyond the arc on that play. Just the kind of shot he can make, but not necessarily the one you want.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We come back right after this. Head coach Eric Spoelstra on the sideline. Let's check it out.
We have got to get shots. We trust each other.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Heat shooting 43% for the game. On the court for the Heat, they've got Winslow. Wayne Ellington is out there with Tyler Johnson. And it's Mickey in at center.
It's a +5 advantage for them.
Oh!
Come on. Did you see that? Did you see that? Well, he can get awful fancy when he wants to, and Iguodala wanted to that time. You fancy, huh?
Johnson dishes to Winslow. Here's Magruder. He's covered by Ingram. Mickey passes to Magruder. Mickey kicks to Ellington. Pass to Johnson from downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. And you got to come check him.
And David West gets the whistle that time. Miami's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Dragic dishes to Johnson. And here we go with Cook heading to the hoop. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the 3-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Here's Babbitt with the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Ingram's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside a screen. Whiteside sets the pick for Johnson. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Ingram, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, we see so many of these players, Chris, in the NBA reach notoriety very early in their careers, sometimes even while they're still in high school. What was it like growing up as a star athlete and all the hype that surrounds it? You were the #1 high school player in the country coming out.
Well, you have to stay focused. You know, I didn't grow up in this era of social media and everything. I can only imagine that pressure now, but really you have to stay focused. You have to realize that you're just in the middle of your goal. You're not a celebrity or a star yet, no matter how good you are on that level. Everybody in the NBA has been the best player on their team at some point in time, so things are going to even it out. You have to stay focused, stay goal-oriented in school and in sports, and hopefully the best things will happen. And if you're lucky, like I was, you have some real good people around you, whether family or friends.
Yeah, good mentors, right? That's got to be important.
Yeah, you definitely got to have good mentors, whether it's coaches that can encourage you to spend all your time on the court, or whether it's friends and family that encourage you to stay focused and not kind of get caught up with others that may not have a focus or a love or a passion right now. So you just really need good people. It takes a village, and for guys that are feeling so much fame and getting so many accolades at such a young age, it's hard to handle as an adult. Just imagine trying to handle that as a kid. So you definitely need a lot of good people around you in your corner to help you succeed in life.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Livingston. Oh!
This man is a fool.
That was incredible.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh, my
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Golden State's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And they call over
My dude.
Chris, you see some of the rookies coming into the league.
How's that man boxing me out? I'm already on the inside.
Up a little bit. And how aggressive saying that were you looking to add strength when you came into the NBA?
Well, I was fortunate that I already had an NBA-type body, and so I really didn't need to try to bulk up for the NBA. You know, I really disagree that a lot of guys got to get stronger. Look at Kevin Durant. You know, we all know the famous story about how trainers laughed at him when he got to the league. The NBA is unique in that, do you have skill? Can you play? So, no, Curry doesn't need to put on 25 pounds of muscle. I think we've seen Durant doesn't need to put on 15 pounds of muscle. It's more about your game. It's more about your core and your balance. You'll pick up natural weight and natural strength as you go along. But how is your work ethic? Are you in the gym? Are you lifting? Are you working out? Are you getting stronger? That's great. But you don't have to necessarily try to become bigger and stronger. Just try to make sure you have game. That's most important.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Use that pick to get in close.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
And no good, trying to use the glass.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim. The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. And that one's good. Ingram.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they could pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. And stolen by Ellington. Kicks it to Babbitt. And here's Whiteside. So we see the Warriors taking the game here.
Hey, DJ.
Hey.
Great game out there. Look, Shaq and the guys want to talk to you in the studio.
Really?
So stand, yeah, right this way. Stand here,
Okay.
and we'll get you set up. Perfect.
That's good.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our post-game interview.
What's up? It's the Jet. Hey, man, a triple-double? Now, not many players in this league can do that, so congrats. Do you think that's something you could do more often?
Well, Kenny, not only can I do it more often, I'm going to do it every night. I mean, I know I'm supposed to give you a humble answer, but look, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You know? Now, if I get the minutes, I'm pretty sure I could average one for the entire season and possibly my entire career.
That's all right. Hey, oh, good job, man. That's all right. Good job.
Yeah.
And thank you for tuning.
Shout out to my viewers, man. Y'all stay blessed.